Pop OS 24.04 LTS upgrade option is finally available to 22.04 users. Now, if you have not been in the loop, Pop OS 24.04 LTS actually released back in December 2025, but people are getting the update option after 3 full months. There are actually solid reasons for this delay. And before you click that big green upgrade button, you absolutely need to know some things. The biggest one being updating completely replaces the existing GNOME desktop environment with System 76's brand new Cosmic desktop environment. And that changes how you interact with your computer at a fundamental level. I've been playing with Pop OS 24.04 LTS and Cosmic desktop since a long time now, and yeah, this is a big one. So without further ado, let's jump right in. So here's the thing. Pop OS 24.04 LTS didn't actually release now on March 3rd, 2026. It dropped way back on December 11th, 2025. Yeah, 3 months ago. If you remember, I had actually covered it in one of my videos. But here's where it gets interesting. If you're running Pop OS 22.04 back in December like most people, you couldn't just click a button and upgrade. System 76 deliberately held the door shut. You either had to download the fresh ISO and wipe your drive and do a fresh install, or you could force the upgrade using the pop upgrade terminal command. But for the normal everyday computer user, no direct update option. They made you wait, and that was the whole point, because System 76 had just made maybe the biggest change to a Linux distro in the recent years. They just replaced the long-standing customized version of GNOME desktop that Pop OS shipped with their own completely new, built from scratch Cosmic desktop environment. Now, this was not just a desktop environment switch. We see them in the Linux world now and then. This was the introduction of a completely new desktop environment, and Pop OS operates at a massive scale. It's one of the most popular Linux distributions. So this definitely was going to be disruptive at a large scale. I'm not necessarily saying negative, but disruptive. But what System 76 did was they actually handled it beautifully. They released Pop OS 24.04 LTS with Cosmic desktop environment. But that was only for people who are going to download the ISO file and do a fresh install. It didn't disrupt or break the workflow of millions of people who are already on the older versions. There was no direct upgrade button. And now looking back, in hindsight, they were absolutely right to do so. This was System 76 running one of the most massive real-world Q&A operations I've seen in Linux. They essentially turned early adopters and new hardware buyers into a giant testing apparatus. Millions of fresh installs, edge case hardware combinations, weird Wayland compositor crashes, all surfacing in the wild, while the stable user base sat safely on 22.04. And man, did they find stuff. The ghost bug focus stealing nightmare that showed up in week 2, NVIDIA Pascal cards choking on the open driver, discovered by some poor soul with a GTX 1060 in January. There's also the partition corruption on dual boot RAID setups. By March 3rd, System 76 had enough telemetry, enough patches, enough confidence to flip the switch. That notification in your settings app, that's not, hey, update available. That's System 76 saying, okay, we've seen enough, the bleeding edge has been blunted, everyone else can come now. That distinction matters. December was available, March is supported for migration. One was for the brave, the other is for the busy, the cautious, the people who need their computers to work tomorrow. I love this strategy. So yeah, go check your settings, that green light, that's the upgrade path. Now, a big OS upgrade like this is a commitment, and if you want to explore Linux freely without your daily driver being on the line, today's sponsor Hostinger makes it incredibly easy. Hostinger lets you spin up a fully functional Linux VPS in literally one click. Pick your distro, Ubuntu, Debian, Arch Linux, Fedora, and in about 30 seconds, you're live. No USB drives, no BIOS gymnastics, no partition anxiety. And here's the cool part. They have a built-in Ubuntu graphical remote desktop option that sets up a full GUI environment for you automatically. So you can spin up a cloud machine, remote into a full graphical desktop from anywhere, and experiment as freely as you want without touching your actual hardware. Break things, roll back, try again. That's how you actually learn Linux. And that's not all. You can also set up your own cloud-hosted NA10 or OpenClaw instance in just a single click. For the price of a cup of coffee a month, it's genuinely the best Linux VPS out there. Go to hostinger.com/linuxtext or use the link in the description. Use the code LinuxText to get a sweet discount. Seriously, check them out. Alright, so you click that button. You wait for an hour while the progress bar fills, you reboot, and then boom! You are welcomed by the all-new Cosmic desktop environment, which replaces the GNOME desktop in Pop OS 24.04 LTS. Yeah, take a minute, soak it in. This is a completely new desktop with its own set of features, its own philosophy, and its own way of getting work done. This is a paradigm shift. Since 2017, Pop OS was essentially a really polished, customized, tweaked GNOME reskin. Yeah, they added the pop shell tiling extension, they tweaked the theme, but underneath it was always GNOME's foundation. JavaScript extensions, GTK widgets, the whole 9 yards. It was good, but it was borrowed. Cosmic changes everything. The moment you upgrade, you're stepping into the future. Yeah, it's exactly that. Just have a look at the feature set here. X11 is gone, replaced by a strict Wayland-native compositor written entirely in Rust. Now even GNOME is Wayland only as of today. So what's really the difference here? GNOME and Plasma and other desktops were originally written for the X11 protocol and then later migrated. So it has introduced a lot of legacy code baggage, but Cosmic is designed and created entirely for Wayland. So it does not have that old code heaviness here. You get better security, smoother frame pacing, proper multi-monitor handling that actually works. Your apps run isolated, memory-safe environments, no more extension crashes, taking down your entire desktop. The compositor just keeps running. And everything you loved about Pop Shell, it's now baked directly into the Cosmic desktop at the compositor level. Full native tiling, baby. Pop OS has always been famous for its tiling feature, and it just gets even better and faster here. One flick of a switch and all your running apps get tiled instantly. And you can even stack these tiles to create a web browser like tabs for your applications. I mean, this is going to take your multitasking to the next level. The application upgrades are just as exciting. Nautilus gets replaced by Cosmic Files, blazing fast with that incredible super key integration that finds your files before you finish typing. GNOME Terminal is upgraded to Cosmic Terminal, a fully GPU accelerated terminal with built-in window multiplexing, no more tmux required. gedit evolves into Cosmic Text Editor with native Vim key bindings and Git integration out of the box. And let's talk about the software store. You might remember Pop Shop, that sluggish elementary based experience. That's completely reimagined as Cosmic Store. Actually fast with unified Flatpak and Debian package handling that just works. You actually feel the speed and responsiveness of Cosmic Desktop in this application. The search is phenomenally fast and application pages load up even before you finish clicking on an icon. This is what I mean by reinvention. Now, while all of this sounds exciting, let me also put it out there that GNOME is a very mature and old desktop. It has had decades to get polished to this level, and compared to that, Cosmic has just taken birth. So you do feel rough edges here and there. Absolutely not gonna deny that. Yeah, you feel it. So yeah, that notification in your settings to upgrade, it's an invitation to step into the future. Also step into something very different from what you're used to. So you have to keep both of these things in your mind before updating. Pop OS Cosmic Desktop might be the exciting experience, but GNOME is the mature, stable, and reliable system that you're bonded with. You have to choose here. But hey, before you smash that upgrade button, we need to talk about who actually should do this and who needs to pump the brakes. First up, NVIDIA users with older cards. If you're rocking GTX 10 series or 9 series, Pascal or Maxwell architecture, I've got bad news, semi-bad news. The new Pop OS uses the NVIDIA open source drivers, and those don't support these older cards, so it doesn't work out of the box. But you can install the non-NVIDIA ISO and then manually install the older 580 series drivers. You know, the closed source ones, not the open source one. And I actually got it to work that way, and it was fairly simple. Then there's the CJK blackout. If you type in Chinese, Japanese, and Korean, Cosmic Epoch 1 literally cannot help you right now. No input method editor supports in native apps. You cannot type complex characters in Cosmic Files, Terminal, Settings, anywhere. System 76 says Epoch 2 fixes this, but today, if you do multilingual work, skip this update. And at times, Cosmic can feel a little unpolished, even buggy. For example, the ghost bug that I talked about in my earlier videos, it's still haunting people. Random focus stealing episodes where your clicks stop registering, context menus vanish instantly, and you're locked out until you do a hard reboot. It's rarer now after 3 months of patches, but it still hasn't disappeared. Creative professionals, digital artists with Wacom tablets, anyone relying on pressure sensitivity and absolute positioning, yeah, that's broken. So here's my honest take. Modern AMD or Intel graphics, simple workflows, keyboard-driven productivity, upgrade today and love it. Legacy NVIDIA, multilingual needs, digital art tablets, or absolute stability requirements, wait, just wait. Pop OS 24.04 is getting polished very fast, so there's no rush. Let Epoch 2 mature. So here's the thing, I'm running Cosmic on my Ryzen laptop right now and it's absolute bliss. The tiling, the super key launcher, the buttery rust responsiveness, I can't go back. But my NVIDIA 1050 Ti machine, yeah, that went horrendously wrong. Ended up with a black screen. As I said, if you're an NVIDIA 10 series or older GPU, try to install Pop OS 24.04 LTS using the Intel AMD ISO and then install the 580 series closed source NVIDIA drivers. That worked for me absolutely fine. Now I want to hear from you. If you've already taken the plunge, how's it feeling? GNOME was home for a lot of you. The extensions, the muscle memory, that familiar workflow. Cosmic changes how you move through your computer completely. Drop a comment. I particularly want to know what you people are feeling. Cosmic Desktop is becoming the option for people who want a modern, productivity-focused, super user control without fighting upstream lockdown. That's Linux at its absolute best. Pick your poison. For the hesitant ones, 22.04 LTS is supported till 2027. That's 4 more years of security patches, stability, and your beloved extensions. No rush, no FOMO. The upgrade button isn't disappearing. That's the beauty of Linux LTS. You're not abandoned, you're choosing your moment. But here's my bold prediction. System 76 isn't just building a desktop, they're building the Apple of Linux. Hardware, kernel, scheduler, compositor, pixels, all under one roof, minus the walled garden. Carl Ritchell called this the foundation for the next 20 years. I think within 2 years, Cosmic will become the reference standard for tiling workflows. Every other distro adapts or gets left behind. This is that inflection point. Alright, if you enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful, definitely consider subscribing to the channel and also give me a big thumbs up. And if you want to go deeper into Linux, try more distros, break things, learn without any fear, that's exactly where today's sponsor Hostinger comes in. Check out Hostinger using the link in the description below. Hostinger is genuinely one of the best Linux VPS services out there to learn and deploy Linux. Spin up a cloud server in seconds, experiment freely, and learn without the fear of actually breaking your hardware. Seriously, check them out. Use the code LinuxTex for a sweet 10% discount. Next up, check out the top 10 best Linux distros of 2026. I tested over 50 distributions this year and narrowed it down to the absolute best. Some of these will blow your mind, so definitely don't miss that. Alright, this is LinuxTex signing out.